It sounds too good to be true. Eat all the foods you crave and lose weight even faster, up to 12 pounds in less than a month. Well, our next guest says it is possible. Jackie Wicks joins us now. Thanks for coming in, Jackie. And she's the author of The Cheat System Diet, and she's here to tell us how it all works. So I'm a nutrition nut, and I try to pay attention to as much as I possibly can. So tell me how something like this actually works.
Oh, you can tell you're a nutrition nut. It's so easy, because what happens is that we fall into these traps of going into any diet, any fad, right, where you eliminate all these foods and then you crave every single thing that you've eliminated. Or you're so particular about portion control, or you're so focused on, I better get this food at this meal, and you get stressed out because you can't seem to find what you're looking for at that time. Well, that everybody cheats on their diet. It's natural, but you have to have a system. You have to have a way that you can still have those foods that you love, but still lose weight, and that's what the cheat system is.
So what is it then?
It's a food list, and it's very simple. The system is a list of eats and cheats. Eats are on the left, cheats are on the right. On the left, you can eat as much as you want, all the huge list of foods. And I get so many people that say, I looked at this list and I don't eat any of these things. Or I get people that say, well, I don't really like eats. I don't really like the nutritious list. But they see artichokes and they see different things, and they see things that they say, wow, I do love that. I do love sweet potatoes. And then there's a right side. It's the cheat list. It's everything that you know that you should be able to sit there and say, okay, I'll stop. But you don't. And so you have this right side and you count cheats, and cheats are so simple. It's just one cheat is 100 calories. So you eat 80%, you eat as much as you can from the eat side of the list, because that's what fills you up. And then you count your cheats, and you have a system and a way to actually eat what you still like without going into what we call brain chaos.
And you lost 60 pounds. So is the book that you wrote then based on your weight loss?
It's based on PEERtrainer, the company that we founded when I was pregnant, and after my pregnancy, I tried to lose the weight. I had all these groups together, and people knew what to do, but they had a tough time following through. So we made this system based on what we saw work. We've had over 60 million people use the PEERtrainer site for something or other, whether to look up calories, whether to get together and lose weight. And this is based on all the physicians that we work with, the nutritionists, the trainers, coupled with what people will actually do.
So are people then going to make this a lifestyle, right? This isn't just like a short-term thing. This has to become a way of life in order to maintain the weight loss.
That's a great point, because what I see is that people can do things for 2 weeks at a time. They can eliminate everything, or they can say, I'm no longer going to have my favorite wine or my favorite chocolate or my favorite coffee. But what we've seen that does is it's called brain chaos. Dr. Srini Pillay calls it something where your brain says, that's not a good deal for me. I can deal with it for a little bit, but then I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go back with a vengeance. So what this does is it makes you stop feeling guilty. That's the #1 thing that we see. People say, this is a forever diet. I no longer feel guilty about having a glass of wine. And what happens is when the guilt goes away, you suddenly say, okay, I can deal with this long term, because you stop beating yourself up. Beating yourself up only drives up your cortisol and makes your belly go out.
Don't tell us that, Jackie. All right, so where can people find the book?
They can find it at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, local bookstores, online, everywhere. I have a fantastic publisher that's made the book available. So it's been a phenomenal thing where people buy the book, they email us, they post online, and they say, I can do this.
You can see other people's success stories. Thanks so much, Jackie.